Zoe's Welcome into Laker Field, where the Oswego State Lakers are set to face the Oneonta Red Dragons here today. Brady Hauser alongside Nick Stetter. Opening ceremonies are over, and we are officially ready to go playing here. And ref is going to put the ball down here in just a minute, and we are going to be underway.
Exciting matchup, beautiful day out, Brady, and coming off a men's lacrosse game that just happened earlier. In a very close game, the men's snuck out a loss against the Plattsburgh Cardinals. Close game, but here we go at Laker turf.
Alexis Hill and Isabella O'Leary were the ones that faced off there to start the matchup. We are underway here at Laker Field. Oneonta at the midfield here, going to work their way already down into Lakers scoring area, where goalie Alana Ivakisi is there. Ivakisi, that's a name that's going to be fun to say all day. Ivakisi in the goal box for the Lakers, as Oneonta going to pass it around here. Just kind of slow the pace of play down here to start the matchup. Obviously a long game ahead, as number 10, Ava Fitzsimmons, the one that is one of the key players to watch here today in this game. She has been very good for the Oneonta Red Dragons, as they're going to just keep passing it around, kind of stumbling a little bit what the Lakers are trying to figure out what they're trying to write up here, as now it's going to be Kylie Fitton, or rather Lindsay Towns for Oneonta. A little bit of a check there, as now the Lakers have possession with the ball.
It's a great start for Oneonta, though, keeping it down there. Towns, as you mentioned, very good player for these Oneonta Red Dragons. 26 goals, 5 assists. And Fitzsimmons, 28 goals.
Oh, we already got a card up already. Yeah, card up already against Ava Fitzsimmons, too, which is the key player for Oneonta. We already got a green card up in the air. A little bit of contact was made between Fitzsimmons and Catherine Nash. And then I believe Fitzsimmons chirped a little bit towards the ref, and that's when the ref is like, yeah, I'm not putting up with this already, and put the card up. So a green card there already.
And you can't start like that. You got to keep the mentality strong. Now Oswego knows they have some players out there who could be weak-minded, but they really need to focus on not having that for the rest of the season.
Absolutely. It's going to be Aubrey Green charging down for the Lakers now, passing it over to Costello. Costello going to pass it to Alexis Hill. Alexis Hill, SUNY Player of the Month and Oswego Laker of the Month here this month for our Oswego State Athletics. And Hill has been a very, very key asset to the Lakers team, and looking to have another great game here today, as we just got underway here 32 minutes into the game.
Yeah, Brady, 37 goals on the season and 16 assists, leading the team in both statistics. Hill's been dominant.
Absolutely. Hill is definitely the one to watch. And we already got a goal, Lakers! A goal right there, Melina Vassallo. And it's a 1-0 lead already here for the Oswego State Lakers. Nick, we didn't have a pregame before, but your key of the play was the defense for Oneonta. They really need to be on it today, because if not, this is where the Lakers are going to be oh so good and just get that scoring right up.
Yeah, our own Madeline Cummings had an interview with Mackenzie King, the coach of the Red Dragons, and the coach mentioned that their defense was such a strong unit, and if Oneonta they let them score. If Oneonta let Oswego score early in this matchup, this game will get out of hand, and Oswego will just take this and stroll through easily, as they're undefeated in conference play.
Yeah, absolutely. A great start. First 3 minutes of the game, and a goal already here from Melina Vassallo to start off the game. Number 8 for the Oswego State Lakers. Face off again. Oh, and Number 15 trips Aubrey Green. Now it's going to be number 11 of Alexis Hill with the ball charging down into Oneonta scoring zone as passing it back and forth. Hill going to run off the field, it looks like. Fitzsimmons, I believe, returns to the field. Yes, indeed. Oh, a quick stick change. I think maybe her stick might have broke for Alexis Hill. Yeah, because I was wondering, I saw Hill running off the field. That's not something you would expect to see for the Lakers, because Hill, obviously, with 37 goals, has been the workhorse for the team this year. I don't think you're going to pull her within the first 3 minutes of the game if I'm coach. But now Hill's going to have the ball here in front. Now I'm going to pass it over to Costello. Costello going to pass it back. Hill's got the ball, tries to run in. Now Costello's going to try to attempt. Double team there. Great defense, and they get it. The Oneonta Red Dragons will get the ball away from the Lakers. As, a little bit of contact there again. And a ref going to say a push right there, I believe on 22 of Abigail Dix. As a nice defensive play right there to get the ball back on Costello, and that was number 5 of Lindsey Towns, who was playing that defense for the Oneonta Red Dragons and was able to get the ball back. As now Oneonta going to pass behind the goalpost back there, going to try to sneak it in on the far right side. No avail. It's going to be now Ava Fitzsimmons with the ball. She's got it back at the blue line. Now going to try to chuck it in. Oh, she tried. Nice shot attempt from Fitzsimmons. No good for the Red Dragons. Ball picked back up, and they're going to keep trying to score here. They're in a great position to score. It's just a matter of what can they do. They got to write a play here if they can, as now they just keep passing it back and forth. Kind of hard to see the number behind the goal box over there, but the goal net. As meanwhile, okay, the Lakers now going to get the ball back. Here we go. Back up, running down the field. Looking like a young Saquon Barkley out there, running all the way down, almost to the end zone. Other end, that's number 7, Catherine Nash, and she gets leveled. Wow. Well, at a football field state of things, that'd be about the 15-yard line.
Yeah, perfect time to mention Saquon Barkley there. Jeez. And going back to that defense that the Lakers just played, that shows why they have one of the best goal differentials in the SUNY right now, outscoring opponents 135-63. Defense wins championships, and it won them the SUNY last year as well.
Ref calling it back. Going to send it back for the Oneonta Red Dragons. Red Dragons now going to have possession here. 5 minutes into this one. Clock already ticking pretty fast. Fast-paced game to start, back and forth. Oh, a little bit of a bobble there. As now Megan Hannon's going to have the ball for the Red Dragons. She's going to pass it to Sarah Maglario. Maglario going to pass it to number 9 of Emily McEntee. And McEntee going to pass it over to Chelsea Donnenhoff for the Red Dragons. And keeping a hold of the ball looks like the issue to start here this one for the Red Dragons, as they just keep passing it back and forth here in the early stages of this game. As now it's going to be Lindsey Towns with the ball, another key player for the Red Dragons. Sends it in there. No good. Nice block there from Alana Ikoviski with a very nice block right there to save that one. And now the Lakers going to have possession with the ball. Running down the field is Sadie Zemanek, I should say. Going to pass it to Alexis Hill. Alexis Hill going to try to pass it over to Noelle Smith and Noah Vale. And Noelle Smith, and I believe there's one other player on the Oneonta team. You were telling me before the game. They're like best friends off the field during the game. They're bitter enemies. So.
Mackenzie King mentioned that, Lindsey Towns and Noelle Smith, best friends off the field, but they don't even talk during season. They're so locked in on each other's squads. But let's go back to the players to watch really quick, Hauser. We got the Oswego State Lakers having Alexis Hill, obviously one of the best players in the SUNY, maybe even the best player in the SUNY with 37 and 16. And on the other hand, you have Ava Fitzsimmons leading this team in goals, only 2 assists on the day. I would love to see her get more assists in this entire season, but we're seeing a counterattack by Hill right now.
Yeah, Alexis Hill charging down the field, going to go right into scoring zone, and it gets blocked by the Oneonta Red Dragon defense there. Ref says keep playing, we're good to go, and now it's going to be number 28 of Mackenzie Bush for the Lakers, or the Red Dragons, I should say. I do want to note in the goal box is Margot Herring. Margot Herring in the goal box for the Red Dragons. Also Alana Ikovici down there for the Oswego State Lakers. So that's our goalie matchup today. Meanwhile, well, now we're going to have another possession for the Lakers. Abigail Dix gets the ball, and whistle will blow, and looks like maybe a timeout called there from possibly the Lakers side of things. I didn't really see whose side they picked on, but definitely a timeout indeed. And yeah, I mentioned it in my keys of the game. It was slow the pace down if you're the Red Dragons. They're not having the best of luck with that right now. It seems like the Oswego State Lakers just are playing this fast-paced ball.
Oh, they're playing great ball, and if the Lakers get one or two more in this period, just moving quicker and quicker on the ball, it will get the Red Dragons flustered. They might make mistakes that they don't normally make. The Red Dragons are the only team in SUNY contention right now to have a winning record but still have a loss. Every other team in conference play with a winning record is undefeated. After they lost, the Oneonta lost 2-14 against the Red Dragons last time out. Absolutely dominated by the Red Dragons of Cortland. Red Dragons versus Red Dragons. I see Cortland was the better one, but in this matchup, they really need to get a goal on Oswego here or just keep it close. If they keep this game close, they stay in the game the entire matchup.
Yep, absolutely. And right now, I mean, it's only 1-0, so there's not anything to worry about at the moment. Obviously, it's still early in this game. If you're coach, what are you telling your players right now? I mean, it's early in the game, but the pace is really, really fast and intense so far.
I'm telling my Oswego State Lakers, if I'm the coach, I'm saying, do what you're doing. Do what you have been doing. You're playing great ball. The defense has been absolutely stellar. But if I'm on the Red Dragon side and I'm Coach Mackenzie King, I'm saying, okay, you're in it. Calm down. You don't need to do anything crazy. No one needs to be a hero yet. I say yet because we're only in the first period. We're not even in the fourth quarter yet. But you got to take your time. This is a long game with a lot of opportunities.
Well, indeed. It's definitely interesting to see what's going to happen here. I mean, like you said, we're only 8 minutes into the game, so it's like, do you really want to push the pressure early on? I mean, that seems like what the Lakers are doing. I feel like maybe slow the pace down a little bit for even both sides of the ball. Even if you're the Lakers, slow the pace down, try to get a read on what everybody's doing, and then plan a form of attack here in this game. All right, we're back at it. I believe Abigail Dix has the ball. Yes, she does. She will pass it to number 34 of Dominique Brown for the Lakers. Dominique going to run it down the field, and Dominique, the freshman out of Chittenango, here for the Lakers. As now we're going to pass it to Alexis Hill. Alexis Hill's got the ball. Passes it to Abigail Dix. Dix is going to throw it over to Melina Vasallo, who's already got the one goal today so far for the Lakers. And then Aubrey Green is right there as well in the offensive play. In the middle of all of it is Cassidy Croce for the Lakers. She's right in the herd of all of the Red Dragons defenders as Hill's got the ball now. Going to try to pass it into Vasallo. Vasallo, or rather Dix, I should say. I'm thinking of Colin Vasallo because he's number 22 for our hockey team. Melina Vasallo, number 8. A nice play right there for the Lakers, and one goes tumbling down. And now Melina Vasallo has got the ball. Number 8, got to remember that here, as Abigail Dix will pass it back to Alexis Hill. Hill is going to try to make something happen. A lot of defenders. Oh, she threw it in there. A nice block there from Margot Herring for the Red Dragons. A nice save. Shot from Hill. Just Herring was on top of that one. And now we're going to pass it back to Herring. Herring with the ball now.
Yeah, what a save. I mean, she was praised so highly in that interview I mentioned earlier with King, saying she's the best goalkeeper King's ever coached. And that proves it. What a save on that shot from Hill.
Absolutely. A great save there from Margot Herring indeed for the Oneonta Red Dragons. As Red Dragons ball down in the Oswego goal area, and they will pick it right back up. Lakers will get the ball now, and they're going to run down the field here. It's going to be Dominique Brown, going to passing it down to Sadie Zemenek right there, and then also you have Addison Costello in there as well. They're all getting physical to start this game. 5 minutes and 40 seconds remaining on the clock here in the first, as the energy down in front of us in the bleachers is high today. It was just high in that last game, as Nick said.
Of course.
The 12-10 Plattsburgh-Oswego game, obviously the rival teams there, and energy is flowing over. And on a 70-degree day here in Oswego, of course the energy is going to be high because it is beautiful. It's shorts and T-shirt weather.
For once,
until Monday when it's going to be like -2. But, hey, it's okay. It's Oswego. We're used to it. But we're going to enjoy these nice days while we got it. And it's a beautiful day for some women's lacrosse. It is going to be Abigail Dix here with the ball. Going to pass it over to Alexis Hill. Hill going to, good opportunity. They kept trying. Man, a nice try again there from the Lakers. Another scoring opportunity. Margot Herring on top of it, but it was Addison Costello that almost just knocked it in for the Lakers.
Yeah, in and out of the stick. We all jolted up preparing for a goal, but unlucky for the Oswego State Lakers there. Great play by the Red Dragons.
Yeah, absolutely. A nice play there, as now they're going to out of bounds. They're chasing out of bounds. Coach is happy, so ref calling it. I think the refs are disagreeing a little bit here, though. They are. They are, indeed. The refs had two different calls there. So now it's still going to be Red Dragons ball down in the Lakers scoring zone. I believe it is Angelina Weinart who's now got the ball for the Red Dragons. Weinart going to try to put it in here for the Red Dragons. Going to pass it over to Lindsey Towns. Towns drops the ball. Abigail Dix all over that. I believe Abigail Dix, also one of our field hockey players.
Wow.
And she just leveled number 10 of Ava Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons, the 5'7" player, just got absolutely leveled there.
Off the screen, too.
Yeah. Either it's field hockey or ice hockey Ava Dix plays, but it wouldn't shock me if it's ice hockey after that check that we just saw. I know it's one, I'll confirm that after the half here. But yeah, what a move there, as Oneonta still got the ball in the scoring zone here for the Lakers. Ika Vissi all over it, reading everything they're trying to do. They're trying to throw it back. Now it's going to be Lindsey Towns with the ball again, slowing the pace back down, taking a few steps back, try to rewrite the play, reread the play. Towns now going to try to throw it in. Not prepared or not ready is the Red Dragons a little bit. Seems like the Lakers are just all over them defensively right now, as they're going to try once again here. I believe that is now number 21 of Marissa Valise out there for the Red Dragons. Valise going to pass it over to Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons has the ball.
I like this.
Fitzsimmons is got this is just pressure back and forth. Play. Oh, and number 5, Lindsey Towns tried to blow it over the top of the goalie. A little too high. And 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here on the field. I believe the 90-second timer actually went off.
I think that was a great drive by the Red Dragons, though. You got to use your clock. You pressured them every time, and you rotated and cycled the ball perfectly. I think they need to see more of that, because that chance was right there, just over the bar.
Multiple chances, just a little too high there for the Red Dragons. Abigail Dix has the ball again here for the Lakers, now down in Red Dragons scoring zone. As play it back and forth, a little bit of hot potato here. Just try to get the ball around until you can get it into a scoring opportunity. As Alexis Hill going to pass it back to Dix. Dix is going to chuck it in there. It was Costello trying to make a play. A big defensive move, and the ref going to call it. And I believe it is still going to be Laker ball here on the far side.
That was amazing defense by number 28 of the Red Dragons, Mackenzie Bush. What a play, but now we're going to have a one-on-one opportunity with the keeper here.
Yeah, a one-on-one opportunity here for Costello. Costello going to throw it in. Going to throw it. And it was blocked by Margot Herring. A nice pass over from Costello to Aubrey Green. Green tried to throw it in. We got the ball again. Now the Lakers once again with a scoring opportunity. They're in the ring. And they got it. Goal, Alexis Hill, I believe. It was Alexis Hill.
You're very correct there, Hauser. 38 goals on the season. That is your Oswego Player of the Month and Laker of the Month.
Absolutely. What a beautiful play that was. That was more of The goalie was focused on the left side of the goal area. They flipped it over to the right, and the right side was able to sneak it in. A nice play there from the Lakers to now put them up 2-0 here in the early stages of this game with 1:23 remaining in the first quarter. And the person over there on the far side is literally hitting the gritty over on the bench. I'm not the only one that sees this right now, right? Okay. The Oswego player just hit the gritty down there across the way celebrating. So a very, very good thing to see the Oswego Lakers all happy over there as a 2-0 start. That is something to indeed be happy about.
So fun fact here, Brady, Alexis Hill with that 38th goal of the season. She is now second in the SUNYACs with the second most goals. Wait. Apologies. Second most goals. I am correct. Never mind. Second most goals in the SUNYAC behind Atwater of New Paltz.
Nick, them 4 pieces of pizza you ate before the game might
They're getting to my head.
Starting to get to you, I guess. Absolutely. As Costello has the ball. Lakers again with another prime opportunity to score here. Clock is running down, though. 55 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. If you're the Lakers, maybe try to get one more in here and get that 3-0 start here that you want. And that would be a great way to just keep the momentum rolling into the second. As Costello has the ball, going to pass to Alexis Hill. Hill's going to drive in. Hill's going to try, and it gets deflected. And a great play by the Red Dragons defense. And now they're going to run up the field, double teaming Hill and Dix all over the ball. Hill's going to get it back. Oh, if they can scoop it up, Hill's got the ball, and she just got whacked in the head. And
it's possession of the Lakers after that.
I believe Hill just got whacked in the head with the stick. And this not a good feeling.
The Lakers are so good at pressing so high. That's how they get the ball in the scoring zone every time. They immediately put pressure on us. We got 15 seconds left here.
15 seconds remaining here in the first. It is the Lakers with one final opportunity with the clock running down. 7 seconds remaining here on the clock. 4, 3, 2, and 1. They're just going to slowly let the buzzer hit. And after 1, it is the Oswego State Lakers with a 2-0 lead over the Oneonta Red Dragons. And if you're coach, you're very happy with that start if you are the Lakers coach, that's for sure.
Oh, of course, 2-0. That's a dangerous lead in a lot of sports, but when you are playing like the Lakers are, pressing high, keeping the energy and momentum up, it's a no-brainer that you're in a good spot. For the Red Dragons, what they need to do, they still have to play patient. Once they get those possessions up there, they have to cycle. They have to find the Lakers out of position. And also going back to Alexis Hill, I want to congratulate her again because she has increased her lead in total points in the SUNYAC from 53 to 54, only 4 points ahead of Willick out of Buffalo State.
Absolutely. A very good start for the Lakers. And I'm going to say it, if you like action, romance, and highbrow humor, you also got to check out some WTOP original productions and our very favorite show on WTOP. Sorry, Nick, I know your show's good. But oh boy, it is a show that is so funny, it'll make you say, oh boy. Watch it only on WTOP 10. As 1 minute remaining here on the clock before the next half. And a minute remaining here on this quick break after 1 is, like I said, the Lakers with a 2-0 lead over the Red Dragons. The Red Dragons have been consistent with the Lakers today, though. Been able to keep the pace of play going.
Yeah.
If you're the Red Dragons coach, you got to tell them, all right, now we got a 2-0 lead. They're beating us by 2. We got to try to get a point in here in this next period, because if not, it's going to be a very tough comeback that would be needed.
Oh, yeah. I completely agree with you. I think if they get one early here, they get back into this game. However, if they let Oswego understand what they're going to try to do at the start of this quarter, it's kind of going to mess them up over in the long run, really.
Yeah, absolutely. And Lakers going to meet at the center field there and get ready to go. Back onto the field. Alana Ikovici has been very, very impressive to start so far. Has had no issues as we speak as far as the goalie goes. Is Cleveland giving us a thumbs up down here in front. Pretty cool to have Cleveland's class kind of helping us produce this today on this beautiful Friday afternoon.
A big thank you to Professor Michael Cleveland and his classmates.
Yes, indeed. And most of them are fellow members of WTOP as well. So
course.
It's kind of fitting that we're all working together today, and it's great to be working with the crew back in the studio as we're set to go for the second period here of the day. Clock will start, and here we go. It's time for period number 2, and then, yeah, so now it's just cat and mouse game here for the Lakers. Just kind of, you got a 2-0 lead. Don't stress anything. Don't put too much pressure in on what's going on, as Abigail Dix will have the ball. She will pass it over to Alexis Hill. Alexis Hill has got a lot of charisma, a lot of energy. I was watching her when she was getting introduced a little while ago. She was high-flying and
all over the place.
She's kind of like the Tasmanian devil of the team. Just wants to flick a switch. She is just an absolute beast out there. And yeah, she's already got that goal early on in the game. She's got the ball. She's going to pass it to Dix. Dix not able to catch the ball. She could probably try to flip it back, but for Red Dragons, the defense is really, really tough. Double teaming here on Hill. Hill going to pass it to Dix. Dix going to pass it to Costello. Costello drops the ball. Meanwhile, and now the Red Dragons got the ball. They're going to run down the field. Oh, we got one trampled down to the center of the field as they work their way down now into Lakers scoring zone. I can't read the number because it's a little far away from us. However, they are playing really, really strong offense now, trying to get a score. And now this is where the Lakers defense has got to play, as that will be now Fitzsimmons with the ball. Fitzsimmons going to pass it over to Lindsey Towns. Towns going to pass it to Angelina Weinart. Weinart's got the ball. Passes it back to Towns. Towns back to Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons with the ball, trying to get one of these Oswego defenders to break and make a play out of it, as back and forth, like again, another game of hot potato, just trying to figure out what is going on here with the Lakers defense to try to get something in. If you're the Red Dragons, you got to play some pressure here, obviously with that 2-0 lead from the Lakers. And the Lakers going to steal the ball. Abigail Dix has got it. Now outrunning the referee. They're all running down the field as they work their way back down the Lakers scoring zone. And they have the numbers for the moment, as now it will be Melina Vassallo with the ball. Vassallo going to pass it back to Costello. Costello's got the ball now. Hill behind Costello. Dix is there. Then you got Vassallo. Vassallo going to pass it over to, I believe, Noelle Smith on the backside of the goal for the Lakers, as well as number 15 of Aubrey Green. I believe they're both on the backside. Yes, indeed. Green's got the ball. She's going to try to, she passes it over to Smith. Smith's got it, getting triple team back there. Even the goalie's getting in on it, and the pressure was too much. And now the Lakers are going to have to play some defense again because the Red Dragons have maintained the ball.
And look at this press right here. You see this 2-on-1 press, and it's going to cause a mistake, and they'll get it right back in the zone. The Lakers are so good at this high press, and it's a great opportunity here for Dix.
Absolutely, Dix with a great play, and oh my, another great save. Oh, the goalie gets tripped, and it's a goal. No, it ain't a goal. Another opportunity. Oh my, so close. I was ready for that one. The goalie ran out of the goalpost. The one thing you cannot do if you're a goalie is run out of the goalpost. She did that, and the Lakers almost just stole one into the net.
Hill was hunting for 39, and it was nowhere near a very sad miss for someone who should drain those every day of the week.
Yeah, wow. I can't believe that. The goalie ran out of the post. That is the one thing you can't do if you're a goalie. Almost just got one stolen to them. The Lakers almost just stole an easy goal. However, it went too high. As now Lakers going to play some more hot potato. Oh, and Herring going to stop the ball. The ball up in the air. Sticks are flying. And I don't know who got the possession of the ball. Alexis Hill looks like she's got it. No, Abigail Dix has got it. Dix will pass it to Hill. Hill right here in the center of the three-man or the three-woman weave there that they're doing. Now they're going to pass it back over to Vassallo. Vassallo going to pass it to Costello. Costello over to Green. And now Green back to Costello here. Pass it into Vassallo. Vassallo's already got one goal. Alexis Hill's got the other.
What a
and
play.
now the Red Dragons with a great play. Going to steal it, run their way down the field. They have got numbers. It is a 4-on-2. 4-on-3, I should say. 5-on-3 back there. 5-on-4. And a goal from the Red Dragons. all the way down the field. I believe that was Ava Fitzsimmons. And now it is a 2-1 game. A beautiful goal there from the Red Dragons off a great counter play. Stole the ball, ran it down the field, right into the net.
The connection of the two stat leaders of these Oneonta Red Dragons, Lindsey Towns, forces that play, takes it all the way up the turf, and has a beautiful pass into Ava Fitzsimmons for her 30th goal. Her 29th goal of the season. Phenomenal by the Red Dragons, and as I said, score early in this period, you have a chance. This is their chance. What a play.
Indeed. A beautiful play there from the Red Dragons. And now it's a 2-1 lead for the Lakers. Lakers now got to face the pressure of having a point now. It's only a 1-point game here in this one, as ref going to hand them the ball here at the face-off. Alexis Hill is the one facing off. I believe it's also Isabella O'Leary out there facing off of the Red Dragons. Took the ref a second to get the ball into their guys' nets as we are back underway. And now it'll be Alexis Hill with the ball. Hill will pass it over to Noelle Smith. Smith just going to pass it right back over to Cassidy Kroos for the Lakers. Kroos going to pass it to Vasallo. Vasallo to Dix, and Dix over to Costello. Aubrey Green on the other side of the behind the net pressure there from the Lakers, as now the Lakers are going to try to make something happen here. They got to try to get another point on the board. You want to have a two-goal cushion if I was the Lakers. That way you have a little bit of a comfortability if something were to happen, as it is still early in the game. Obviously, we're only in the second period, so, I mean, there's still plenty of time for something to happen. However, yeah, it's definitely an interesting one here to start this one. There's so much more for your student-run network, WTOP 10. Check out highlights, articles, original productions, news, and much more on our website. And that will be go to WTOP10.com. Again, that's WTOP10.com. As the pressure continues on, just back and forth play. Herring has got the ball. The goalie has the ball there for the Red Dragons. Just trying to find somebody open. It's kind of hard. We got the Oswego defenders, and they throw it right out of bounds. That's
a bad play by the Red Dragons there. Gave Herring nothing to work with, and you got to come back. Someone's got to support her there, and that's an impossible play to make for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, and Margot Herring's having a great game. I mean, she's been making a couple of nice saves early on. It's just, you got to help her. You can't just, it's not just her back there, and she's trying to find an open player, nobody open.
Exactly.
That's where the speed's got to come into play. You got to make something happen if you're the Lakers. As now Aubrey Green's got the ball. She's going to try to make something happen. She'll pass it up to Costello. Costello over to Vasallo. Vasallo back to Costello. Costello's going to try to go for it. She'll throw it over to Dix. Dix is going to throw it in, and it goes over the top of the goalpost. And now it will be Noelle Smith with the ball. Actually, it'll be the Red Dragons' ball. So Red Dragons will have the ball here in this one, as now they run down the field here. It's still Margot Herring. Margot Herring's got the ball again. I hear a whistle blowing. It looks like a timeout call, possibly this time for the Red Dragons. And it might be coach saying, hey, when Margot gets the ball, you guys got to help her because there's nobody open, and that's something that you guys need to work on.
And when the Lakers are on offense, they tend to look for that. When they come up, they're cycling. What happens is two Oneonta Red Dragons try to double and try to cause a mistake to happen. But they're cycling so much faster than Oneonta when they're on offense that it doesn't happen, and the chances are more, and the chances happen more, and they're better. Oneonta needs to move the ball faster when they're cycling, not when they're coming up the field. The field doesn't matter. You need to cycle faster to get better chances. And also, the counterattacking has been great for the Red Dragons so far.
Yeah, absolutely. A great counterattack plays back and forth. But yeah, like I said, you just got to tell them, hey, the goalie gets the ball. It's like, she can't go score with it. You guys got to get open for her because she's trying to get it to you guys so we can try to score again here. And obviously, let's go back to that play that the Red Dragons scored on. It was a beautiful steal on the Lakers side of the field from Lindsey Towns, running all the way up the field, passing it to Ava Fitzsimmons, and she was able to hat trick it or throw it in to the net for the Red Dragons and put the score to 2-1. So Lakers still have the lead here. However, it's a pretty close one here, as The Red Dragons are only 1 point away.
And what more would you want than a close game if you're watching a broadcast on WTOP 10?
Well, I do know that people in the studio do not want to hear the words overtime or anything like that.
Oh,
I just said it, but
said it.
I know they don't want to hear that. But the one game I remember back at the hockey season, we were at. It was like one of them random Friday afternoon games that we had. I think it was like elementary school night. It was our women's team facing, I believe it was Plattsburgh. And I said to the broadcaster, I think it was Braden Peters at that time. I said, Braden, I wonder if we're going to overtime. He looks at me, he's like, I don't want to talk to you the rest of the game. Sure enough, we went to overtime, and I said in overtime, double overtime, and he's like, please stop talking. And I ended up going to shootout the game.
I mean, I might be feeling what Braden's feeling right now, honestly. I've been up here you got me up here for about 4 hours already covering the men's game as well, but honestly, more lacrosse never hurts anyone's soul.
No, absolutely. And it's like I said, it's just a beautiful day here on campus. Can't complain about this one, especially going into the Easter weekend as well, where a lot of fun stuff is going to be happening on campus tomorrow. So a beautiful day here for some lacrosse to keep this game going. Lakers have the ball at center field. It's Abigail Dix with the ball. She's going to pass it to Aubrey Green. Green going to run it down the field here for the Lakers. And Lakers got to try to write something up here. You got Cassidy Croce in the middle. Vassallo, Noelle Smith, I believe that's number 2 back there. That would be Gianna Zarillo. Gianna Zarillo is back there for the Lakers now. She just checked into the game as Red Dragons now will get the ball back, and they're going to try to run down the field here. Nice play. What a play right there. That was Sadie Zemanek, and she's going to charge all the way into the goal, and is going to run it back out into a safer spot. She was going to go for it completely 100%, but a beautiful steal right here in the front of the bleachers from Zemanek. And now Lakers are going to have possession once again, as it is Aubrey Green with the ball. She's going to pass to Alexis Hill. Alexis Hill going to try to fake out the defender. Back to Croce. Croce back to Hill. Hill going to try to make something happen. Continue to try to fake him out. As she's getting double teamed, I should say. A nice throw in and a nice save from Margot Herring. That was Aubrey Green who tried to shoot right there for the Lakers. However, no good for Herring. Now Herring will have the ball.
And that entire play stemmed from the high press that I mentioned beforehand. What a play by Sadie Zemanek. But also, if Oneonta break this press, they seem to get amazing opportunities like we saw. The goal, they broke the press. They broke the counterattack. If they can't break this press the rest of this game, though, the Lakers will walk all over them in their own side of the field.
Yeah, indeed. A very, very nice play from the Lakers defense there from Zemanek, as now the Red Dragons are going to have the ball on the Lakers scoring side of things, as it is number 22 for the Red Dragons, Amelia Harmon. First time she's getting mentioned here in this game. I believe she checked in. I also see Grace Beatty out there as well. A couple new faces out there on the Red Dragons side of things. Looks like Coach is throwing in some different players over there. Mackenzie King on the Red Dragons side, trying to see what other players can do, try to see if we can get another point on the board, as now Lakers will maintain or retake the possession away. Running down the field is Alexis Hill. Hill with a fast-paced run down the hill, rather Sadie Zemanek, that is actually. Hill is number 11, Zemanek is number 10, as Abigail Dix number 22. Now Hill will have the ball. Hill is right at the midfield, going to pass it back to Abigail Dix. Dix will throw it over to Vassallo, Melina Vassallo, right there for the Lakers, as Courtney Croce, number 4, has got the ball. She will pass it to Hill. Hill's going to run in. Hill's going to go for it. Yes, she will. And it gets blocked by the Red Dragons defense. Herring's going to run it out, way out of the goal. That's when the double team pressure's got to be good. If the Lakers are trying to steal this ball back before Herring gets back into the goal, it's going to be game over.
What a play that was
nice
to break
play
the
there.
press.
Yeah, very nice play there from Sarah Maglario. Maglario has got the ball. She's trying to tell her team, come on, let's try to get something here. As she will throw it to Anna LeQuarrie, or rather Chelsea Donnenhoff. Sorry, I'm reading the Lakers side. That was actually, that was Sarah Maglario and Chelsea Donnenhoff that now has the ball. Donnenhoff with the ball. She will pass it to Lindsay Towns. Towns will pass it back over to Angelina Weinart. Weinart going to throw it over to, I believe that's number 22 on the backside. That is Amelia Harmon. And now Lakers, or rather Red Dragons, a scoring opportunity here. Oh, and they do! They got it! A nice score again there for the Red Dragons. I believe Ava Fitzsimmons again, possibly?
It was number 21, Marissa Valise.
Marissa Valise actually going to get the goal. Okay. A nice play, however. Ref was checking a stick, it looked like there. It's a 2-2 game now here for this one. And Nick, we talked about it. If you're the Red Dragons scoring early, how crucial this is. If you want to maintain this pressure and maintain this game with the Lakers, you got to score early.
And that is my apologies, Brady. It was Ava Fitzsimmons on the goal. I thought I saw a 21 in there, and it got me excited, but apparently not. Ava Fitzsimmons, amazing goal again. That will be her 30th goal on the season. Congratulations to the big 3-0. Not many athletes do it, and it's an amazing accomplishment for Ava Fitzsimmons of the Oneonta Red Dragons.
Yeah, indeed. Fitzsimmons with 2 goals. Got both of the goals here for the Red Dragons today. So Ava Fitzsimmons, who was one of the key players to watch today, showing why she was the key player to watch. And again, Alexis Hill and Melina Vassallo got the goals for the Lakers early on in this game. Back underway here at the center field, and the Red Dragons got the ball again. They're going to run it right back down the field. As now it's going to be Angelina Weinart with the ball. She will pass it to Chelsea Donnenhoff. Donnenhoff going to try to run it down, or rather, I believe it's actually Fitzsimmons with the ball. Yep, Fitzsimmons got the ball. Pass it to Towns. Towns over to Weinart. Weinart's got it here on the Lakers score zone again here for this one. Fitzsimmons going to try again. Passes it over to Donnenhoff. Donnenhoff going to maybe pass it behind the goal. No, she's going to go for it. And that's where Dominique Brown for the Lakers was right all over that. Great defense from Dominique as, another score opportunity, a nice shot. And I believe that was Fitzsimmons again, maybe, with another attempt at it. Nope, that was actually Angelina Weinart who tried to score there, as now Fitzsimmons has got the ball. Fitzsimmons going to try to get it in the goal here once again. That would be a 3-goal game for her already if she can make that happen, as I believe in hockey they would call that a hat trick. As now Donnenhoff's got the ball. She goes pass it in, and that's where Alana Ikovici is ready. Ikovici ready for that one, and now the Lakers are going to have the ball. Costello going to run down the center field and throwing it to number 23 of Jalen Aldrich, who we haven't talked much about today. She also checked into the game for the Lakers, as Aldrich will pass it over to the number 18 Costello. Costello to Vassallo, and then Vassallo going to pass it back to Costello, just back and forth, hot potato type of deal here.
You need a goal here if you're the Lakers. You had that 2-0 lead and you lost it. You need to assert the dominance you were just giving in the first period. Now you got to bring it back.
Absolutely. Definitely a game you got to try to get a point here now. They tried to throw it in, and that's where the Red Dragons defense meets it. And now Margot Herring's going to have the ball once again. The Lakers are going to have to chase after defenders here and try to get the ball back. Fitzsimmons did lose the ball. However, she was able to maintain it, and we keep rolling down the field as Fitzsimmons runs right down here in front, down to Lakers scoring zone, and that is where she will pass it to Donnenhoff as
nearly got it through there.
Yeah, nearly got it through as back and forth here with 37 seconds remaining in this half. Halftime just right around the corner here, as now it is Dominique Brown with the ball, trying to play strong defense here. She will get it. Oh, she got it. A nice play from Dominique Brown. Whistle going to blow, however. I believe there was a check there or a stick high. I'm not too sure. However, a nice play there from Dominique Brown on the defensive side of things. If you're the Lakers coach, what do you tell your team going into the half here, Nick? Because now it's 2-2, and we haven't been able to score, and it kind of seems like the Red Dragons just overpowering them right now.
Well, first you got to stop them on this play with 15 seconds to go, and then afterwards, I think you just got to play a little bit smarter.
Yeah, if ball gets deflected up over the net here with 8 seconds, 7 seconds remaining here in this one, in this half, as they're just going to run it down and let the clock run out. And it'll be officially halftime here at Laker Field with a 2-2 game here between the Oswego State Lakers and the SUNY Oneonta Red Dragons. 2-2 at halftime. Yeah, what a game so far, but yeah, we still got 2 more periods to go.
Lakers trying to preserve that perfect record in the conference for the SUNYX, as Oneonta are trying to stay in contention for a playoff spot, keeping their winning record alive as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I just, the pace of play is what's been really interesting to see, because Lakers have been known for fast-paced play. Today they've slowed it up, and it seems like where the Red Dragons have been able to capitalize just a little bit. And it seems like the fast-paced play is what Oswego is so used to, that when they slow things down, that's where some of the errors and mistakes are happening, and that's where the Red Dragons have just been able to capitalize.
Yeah, and if we're looking at the players we mentioned that we thought were players to watch, we're looking at Ava Fitzsimmons. Obviously, has been the star of this entire show. 2 goals on the night, scoring her 30th on the season. And Brady, talk about the Oswego player to watch, Alexis Hill, who's also had a great night.
Yeah, absolutely. Alexis Hill, like we said, she's got the energy that the team needs, full of charisma, a player that's really, really hyper out there. Like I said, the Tasmanian devil of the team. It's just a matter of you got to make something work, and you got to get your teammates in the same level of energy, because you can have all that energy, but if your teammates aren't showing that same thing, or they're not helping you in the same way, nothing's going to come through go your way. And right now, that's where the Lakers are just kind of still. They need to kind of work together a little bit better here as a team and try to make something happen, write up better plays, because Alexis Hill is trying. It's just a matter of all the other offensive players to try to make something happen as well.
I couldn't agree more, Brady.
As it looks like the coach is going to try to maybe work a little bit with something here during halftime with Alana Ikovici, it looks like. Assistant coach Mike Howard has got a stick in hand. Looks like he's going to help out with Ikovici, as we're going to take a little break here in the action. We're at halftime. It's 2-2. Oswego State Lakers and SUNY Oneonta. We'll be right back here on WTOP 10 for period number 3.
cannot be undefeated with a winning record. They're trying to stay in that playoff contention, standing at 5th. There is 4 teams ahead of them, all undefeated, and they could all swap places with each other because of how close this league is. And that's the coolest thing about SUNY women's lacrosse in my mind. Anyone could do anything. Cortland probably looking at, in my opinion, as the best squad just because of that dominating win against Oneonta last time out. And I think at the bottom of the barrel you got Potsdam, Plattsburgh, and Morrisville 0-2, 0-3, 0-3. I think the rest of them are kind of just they're playing to play, you know?
Yeah. Absolutely. You look at Buffalo State, they're at the top of the board right now. They've only had 2 games, though, that they've played in conference play. Obviously, Mother Nature has been a little bit of a pain this first couple of months here, all of the season. So definitely a lot to change there. Obviously, only 2 games played. That's why they're at the top, because they won both of the 2 conference games. And then Cortland, obviously, in second there. Like you said, they've been so good. They beat the Red Dragons. The Red Dragons versus Red Dragons, they beat Oneonta 14-2. It seems like Cortland's always that team you got to try to get by, as they are one of the top teams here. But Oswego is sitting 4th currently in the SUNY standings, and that's nothing to be disappointed with early on here in the season, because if you remember last year, it was a rough start to the season for them. So to have those wins early on, it's a very, very good good start and a good boost of confidence here for the Lakers.
And what's funny is in their total record is 6-4. That that overtakes their total loss amount from last year already. They only had 3 losses on the entire year, so they started very slow this year. But when it comes to conference play, they have been playing at an elite level and showing why they're the reigning and defending SUNY champions.
Absolutely, as we are set to go here for the second half of our game here against the Lakers and the Red Dragons. And I will say congratulations to the Red Dragons. They did win something earlier this week, March Madness Mascot Madness. The Red Dragon got the win, popular vote competition where SUNY Oneonta got the win in that.
I was hoping to see him today.
Yeah, no Red Dragon around here today, but I don't know if he comes. I don't know if he comes on the away games with them or not.
Oh, that's a
nonetheless. Congratulations to the Red Dragons on that March Madness Mascot Madness win. Also, very cool to see SUNY Oswego get to do all the coverage of that as well. I know all of our students have been working on that. So,
shout out Josh Madison and Michelle Smith, as well as Luke Belanger.
Absolutely. As now we are set to go for the third period here in this one. It is now officially time here for our second half of the game, and it's Abigail Dix and Lindsey Towns going to face off here, and the game is underway. And Ava Fitzsimmons going to run right after the ball, and that's where Aubrey Green is just putting the pressure on, and too much pressure there. Ref going to blow the whistle. Still going to be Red Dragons ball here on the Lakers scoring side of things. Iko Vissi was getting some practice in during halftime with assistant coach Mike Howard, so curious to see what they were working on. I wasn't really paying attention to what they were working on. I was talking to you, but so whatever they did, obviously, hopefully it works here for Iko Vissi, because they were doing something there at halftime to work on. As now it is Grace Beatty with the ball. She will throw it to Lindsey Towns for the Red Dragons. Towns has got Dodenhoff up there. Dodenhoff going to try to throw the ball into the net here. Double team there. Dominique Brown and Zemanek all right there. And you got Abigail Dix still playing pressure there on Grace Beatty, as Beatty and Zemanek continue to battle. And now the Lakers going to get the ball back here. A great move as Iko Vissi going to throw it. Oh, a nice fake out there from Catherine Nash. Nash is going to run down the field. She's got Zemanek ahead. She's got a bunch of defenders ahead and offensive players ahead. Trying to run it all the way down to the far side. Catherine Nash not afraid to run down the field. I believe this is the second time she did this. And she will throw it down to Noelle Smith. Smith will pass it up to Courtney Kroos, or Cassidy Kroos, I should say. Cassidy Kroos going to throw it to Vasallo. Vasallo to Dix. Dix to Costello. Costello's got the ball. So pass to Alexis Hill. Hill going to pass it right back to Costello. Costello going to try to run in. Gets met with the double team. Vasallo is right there. Dix is right there. They're going to keep running through the crease. A nice play. Oh, and it's good. A goal there. A beautiful play written up. Another early goal here in the game. And that one will go to Aubrey Green for the Lakers. And now we have a 3-2 win lead against the Red Dragons. So SUNY has to go up on top. A beautiful written play.
Throw the stick. Aubrey Green throws the stick to Selly. She drops the mic. Coming off a hat trick against Canton. What a play for Aubrey Green, as she has been hot on fire recently. 22 goals and 6 assists on the season. Make that 23 for Aubrey Green.
Yeah, very nice play there from Aubrey Green, the sophomore out of Penn making things happen here in this one.
Near where I'm from, in Rochester. Fun fact.
You're from New Rochester?
Oh yeah.
I'm from a small town called Johnstown. It's about 2.5 hours.
Beautiful, man.
Hey, we get students from all over the place here, and that's what I love about SUNY Oswego is we all get to meet here and be one big family at the campus. But yeah, nice play there from Aubrey Green, and now Green gonna get the ball right back. We're gonna try this right again, running right back down the field. Aubrey Green, she's gonna go for it again here for the Lakers. She will pass it to Costello. Costello gonna throw it to Vassallo. Vassallo over to Kroos. Kroos has got the ball back to Vassallo. Oh, Vassallo drops it. Can't make those mistakes. That's the mistakes you can't have if you're the Lakers. You got that 1-point lead now, but you cannot afford to make any foolish mistakes. And that's not one you want to make is when you drop the ball. As now Alexis Hill's got the ball trying to fake out the defender. She'll pass it to, and it gets through the net. Not good there, as now it's Vassallo playing some extreme defense there on number 6, Giselle Sweeney for the Red Dragons. Sweeney's all over the ball, but she's got double team there from Noelle Smith and Vassallo. As now Lakers will get the ball back. Here we go, another opportunity. Noelle Smith going to pass it to Alexis Hill. Hill going to throw it up the field. No, she ain't. Now she will. Throws it up to Costello. Costello up to Dix. Dix playing the center field there, kind of the leader of all the play writing here for this team. She's got 3-on-3 on each side, so got to try to write something up here. If you're the Lakers, try to get another point up on the board. However, deja vu if it happens. The Red Dragons were good in that last half on the second period side of things, so very well could be a 4-4 matchup by the end of this game. We don't know. We'll have to wait and see. However, right now the Lakers have that 1-point advantage. Abigail Dix will throw it up to Green to Hill. Hill's going to try to fake out again. Hill gets met by a defender. No good. Throwing it back and forth. Kroos has now got it. 40 seconds remaining on the clock for the Lakers on their side of the field. With this possession, now Dix is going to throw it back. Just back and forth play here from the Lakers. And now it's Cassidy Kroos, I should say, trying to put it in, and the whistle will blow. Don't know who that was against there, as I believe, I don't know, not the way the ref is doing a bunch of hand signals.
Seems like the entire field is clueless.
Yeah, even the fielders are like, so somebody just got either a penalty or I'm not too sure what the ref was doing right there.
But I'll mention while we're waiting on to see. It's a one-on-one.
Yeah, it's a one-on-one. Okay. So it's a shootout one-on-one opportunity here for the Lakers. Oh, they got an opportunity. Alexis Hill's going to try. Oh, and she gets met by 4 defenders from the Red Dragons, and that is no good, but Hill's going to re-scoop the ball back up. Passes it to Green. Green's got the ball. They have 10 seconds remaining. Now the Red Dragons got the ball, and that, I believe, is Fitzsimmons with the ball. No, it ain't. Now Margot Herring going to grab the ball here for the Red Dragons. She will throw it up to Giselle Sweeney. Giselle Sweeney's got the ball. Sweeney, a senior athlete for the Red Dragons out of Mount Vernon. She's had a great career with the Oneonta Red Dragons, and this is her final season with them, obviously, as a senior athlete in college here. Fitzsimmons now going to have the ball. Pass it up to Lindsey Towns. Towns has got the ball running up through center field, now down to the Lakers scoring zone, and that's where Lindsey Towns was also good earlier. Flipped it into Ava Fitzsimmons earlier on in the game and was able to make a nice play to get a goal earlier on, as now with 9 minutes and 50 seconds remaining on the clock in period 3. Lakers start. Oh, man, we got bodies hitting the floor here, as that drowning pool song would say. Let the bodies hit the floor as a double player goes down, as now the Lakers will maintain a regain possession here, and that is the number 10 of Sadie Zemanek. Zemanek going to run down the field all the way down. That's where all the defenders are for Oneonta, however. So Zemanek trying to make something here. It's just a matter of writing something up, and that's what the Lakers have struggled with today, is writing a play up to make a scoring opportunity happen. Also on the other side of that is where the Red Dragons have been good is their defense. Their defense has been able to stop them from writing anything up. And now if you're the Lakers, you got to try to figure something out here in this final 2 periods of this game as the Lakers have another opportunity to score.
And the goal was to attract 2 defenders. As you see, Alexis Hill with that ball, she tried to pull 2 over to find an opening. There was no dice there. And the way Hill plays, it's so unique. She gets so low to the ground, finds easy ways to maneuver her center of mass, and find a way to attract multiple defenders.
Yeah, absolutely. A very, very crafty player is what they would call it. And opportunity. Oh, so close. Noelle Smith tried to throw it over the top of the goalie to no prevail, but a nice play there from Noelle Smith to try to make a scoring opportunity happen. However, it'll be Red Dragons who will retake over the ball here in this one with 8 minutes remaining here in this 3rd period. And man, oh man, now Margot Herring is running all the way up the field, which the one thing I said at the beginning of the game, if you're the goalie, you need to stay in your goal box for the love of God, but it doesn't look like that's the case. She's going to run back now. Heaven forbid a Oswego Laker were to take the ball. That's going to be tough to block if you're at the center field, if you're the goalie. However, it's now the Lakers who are just throwing it down the field here in this one. As
a lot of good balls being played from both squads. They're moving it around their box well, and it's a lot of good cycling. Opportunity hasn't been met yet besides that one goal from the Lakers. Actually, no, that was the 2nd period. No opportunity has been met yet, and they got to make a lot of plays here. If Oneonta need to get back into this game, can't run up the middle and lose the ball like that within 4 defenders.
A nice save there from the Oswego State Lakers defense. And now Alexis Hill, here's where the energy, what me and Nick have been talking about, here's where her charisma, her speed comes into play. She's able to just run right on by defenders as she runs all the way down into scoring zone. She'll throw it over to Noelle Smith. Smith has the ball, and they're just going to toss it back and forth now, and Smith has it, as now they're going to try to write something up here. If you're the Lakers, you got to try to get it back into the goal again here. Try to get that 2-point advantage here going into the 4th quarter. That's what you want to do. Abigail Dix has had a real tough time being able to catch the ball. That's the 2nd time, I believe, in this period that she's dropped it. Oh, now another mistake there. This time it goes to Ava Girardi, who also dropped the ball. Girardi out on the field.
And looking at this play here, they're cycling well. They just need to find that one shot, and it gets intercepted by Lindsey Towns.
Yeah, a very nice play. Kind of reminds you of football, back and forth, the possessions, the interceptions, the steals, all of this happening here in this game. A nice play from Lindsey Towns. And, yeah, if you well, we got timeout, actually, as I say that. Timeout is called, I believe, on the Lakers side of the ball this time. Don't quote me on it, but somebody calling a timeout. Didn't see what the ref said this time. I'm going to say it's probably Lakers because all the refs are circling over. What are you telling your players now, Vic? I mean, it's been 3 periods of play. Now the pressure is kind of on. You got that 1-point advantage, but now what are you telling your players?
I think that what you got to tell them is, if I'm going to start with the Lakers as they're the home team, home first. But as I say this, I said the first half, play like you've been playing. You have to adjust, though. You can't just play like you're playing. We've learned that. I think you have to adjust to what the Red Dragons are doing, because when I said that they played like they played, they did that. And because of that, the Red Dragons were able to capitalize on the predictability, and the Red Dragons did very well. So Oswego need to play to adapt to the Red Dragons.
Absolutely. Well, I'm definitely curious of what they say here from both teams on the side of things as quick timeout here in the action. And with that, we'll talk about entertainment breach. Watch out, everybody. There has been an entertainment breach. Austin Claus and Chris DeLuca hang out with a new guest every episode. No single episode is the same from the last. Watch only on WTOP 10 weekly on our nighttime productions. So
that's a great OP.
You have one too, don't you?
Oh, it's Oswego Lazo.
Oswego Lazo.
But I'll save that for another day.
You talk about soccer.
Hey.
I'm not a big soccer guy, so not really my sport. My sport's hockey and racing, which I'm going to be busy with that here coming up soon. But
Fair play.
Yeah. all of our productions each and every night are ones to watch. My personal favorite, though, I gotta admit, is Jeopardy.
Yeah.
I love Jeopardy, the trivia Jeopardy style game that Joe Seidman always does on Tuesday nights. It's right after our newscast.
Oh, yeah.
You're actually on my newscast with me. I'm an anchor, and you're a sports broadcaster at that night. But definitely one of the fun ones to watch. But make sure you tune into all of our live productions. They're definitely ones you want to watch.
I'm a big late night with LeBones guy. Big fan of that one.
It's a very good show as well. As we're back underway here in this one. 6 minutes remaining in this third period of play. As now Red Dragons will have possession of the ball. Whistle going to blow. And not too sure what the whistle was called for again. It's really hard to see. These refs don't really – they're typical refs. Usually they put their hands up in the air to kind of like tell you what's going on. These refs, well, there's one. Finally one put the hand up. As I say that, ask and you shall receive. But these refs, they don't show their hands as much, so it's like they're kind of like talking to each other and just kind of that's it. It's kind of hard for us broadcasters and fans to be able to see what they're calling. Only the players can see it down there on the field. Nonetheless, Red Dragons will have the ball here, and it'll be Angelina Weinart with the ball. She'll pass it over to Marissa Valise. Valise is going to pass it, and still possession of the Red Dragons. A nice hand signal trying to get people to push out maybe a little bit. Maybe expand the field a little bit. More space on the field and maybe the better chance of scoring. Fitzsimmons has got the ball. She'll pass it over to Lindsey Towns. Towns back to Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons is going to charge it in, and she tries to shoot, and it is blocked. Oh, it is in!
Oh, the ref calls no goal? Does he call a goal?
Did he call it or did he not call it? That is the question. I don't think he did. No, he didn't. No good from Fitzsimmons. It was a nice play, but a little confusing there from the ref. I guess they didn't call it. I thought it went in there for Ava Fitzsimmons. That would have been her third goal of the game. However, no good as Dominique Brown now going to charge up the field for the Lakers. Sadie Zemanek going to have it.
Oh, what a pass.
Green. A beautiful pass to Aubrey Green right over the top of three of the Red Dragons defenders. As now, if you're the Lakers, try to get another point on the board here going into the fourth quarter. That's what you need. You need a 2-point advantage going into that fourth, so you have a lot of comfort zone there when you go into the fourth. Try to get this win here later on, as slow the pace down right now is what they're doing. Hot potato game here. Never played that in elementary school, but these girls are mastering it out there. As Alexis Hill going to throw it to Aubrey Green. Green going to pass it back to Abigail Dix, and it's deflected by the Red Dragons, but scooped right back up from Dix. A nice way to fix the error that you made. As now Aubrey Green has it. Green going to charge. Green's going to try. Almost went in. Almost stuck by the goalie. A nice play, but not good there. And Red Dragons ball. And Alexis Hill is finally starting to show a little bit of emotion towards the ref. Like, hey, that was not the right call. However, whatever the ref says goes, obviously, in this one. As now Margot Herring is going to have the ball. Margot Herring, the junior out of Doylestown, Pennsylvania.
Oh, wow.
5'10" athlete. Oh, we got a nice steal. A nice steal from the Lakers. They got a prime opportunity, a one-on-one here. Alexis Hill has got the ball. She's going to try to score. She gets in. She did it. What a play. What a move. And a score for the Lakers. Alexis Hill. Wow, what a play that was. And now a 4-2 lead. A beautiful, beautiful play from Alexis Hill.
2 goals on the night for Hill and Fitzsimmons, and that all came from Alexis Hill. What a solo play, stealing the ball at the top. Almost came out of her stick. Scooped it right back up, though. Got through 2 defenders. Beautiful, beautiful goal. 39 goals already in 11 games, Brady.
Yeah, 39 goals this season for Alexis Hill. Already making a very, very good bid for SUNYAC Player of the Year if she can keep it rolling.
Oh, of course.
That is for sure. She's already got SUNYAC Player of the Month. She's trying to go for more. She wants SUNYAC Player of the Year, and maybe even get some prospects starting to watch her for the professional side of things. You never know. That's how college sports goes. Alexis Hill being very, very dominant. And now it's a 4-2 lead for the Lakers, and we're going to face off once again here with 3:29 remaining in the third period. Face-off is good, and Alexis Hill right back at it with the ball. Going to run it right back down the field. This is where the Lakers get good towards the end of the game. They start racking up the points, that's what they want to do. They want to get these points up and on the board and get these games out of reach before they even make it to the fourth period. However, they only got 3 minutes to do that. It is still a very, very good start to making this game and putting it out of reach already. As now, again, another smooth game of hot potato here as they just throw it back and forth, hacky sack, if you would say. I'm trying to think of all the games where you just do that tossing back and forth.
In a little circle.
I didn't play most of them in high school and all that stuff. I wasn't much of a sports guy, but hey, I know some people do. Oh, and Cassidy Croce tried to just get it over the top. Cassidy's a taller player. She's trying to get over the top of the defenders. Cassidy, of course, the 5'9" junior out of Croton Hudson, New York. So she's got size, a size advantage, almost 6 foot tall. So if she could try to get over the top of them, that would be a very, very smart play. It's just a matter of getting the stick up over as Alexis Hill's got the ball now. Passes to Abigail Dix. Oh, Dix drops the ball again. Oh, and Dix goes down hard at the knees. And good sportsmanship from both players there. Dix and Giselle Sweeney both went down in a soccer-style takedown. As now it is Angelina Weinart with the ball. She'll pass it to Margot Herring. And Herring going to walk it up the field again. And, Nick, that bugs me. I'm not a coach out there, but that really bothers me. I am not a fan of the goalie leaving the goal box. I really think they need to try to keep them in the box because you need them if you want to keep this game in reach. And
usually I'm not a fan until she makes a play like that gets them right back into the cycle. It was a great pass by Harding to start this offensive drive, and here we go into the cycle.
Yeah, another cycle of offensive plays here, and it's going to be Fitzsimmons. Oh, and she gets deflected, and that's going to roll out of bounds, I believe. Yes, it will. Out of bounds there for the Red Dragons. I believe they'll maintain the ball, though, however, as it looks like also out there now, Marissa Wessels is out there for the Lakers. So Wessels is out there now. I'm trying to see if there's anybody else out there that we missed. Abigail Dix now. Oh, double. Oh, a nice defensive play from Sadie Zemanek to try to get the ball away. However, the Red Dragons still keeping possession here. And now the whistle going to blow. Ref saying high stick, it looks like. So what's this mean? I believe this might be a shootout now. Yeah, it's going to be, I believe. It's going to be a one-on-one opportunity now for the Red Dragons to try to score here. It's going to be Angelina Weinart with the opportunity against Alana Ikovici. And man, it bobbled in and out. And it's still getting messed around there in the zone. And
what a play.
Ikovici with a great save. That's what you needed. That ball was all over the place. I thought that went in, then it went out, and then it went back in. I don't know what happened.
Double, triple save, all kinds of saves.
Yeah. And again, the goalie leaving the goal box. They need to stop doing that. I'm going to have to ask the coach after why they do that. I want to know on a strategic side of things what the
maybe grab another number, pull into the defender, gravitate them, leave someone open to try to start the attack maybe because you kind of want that defender to gravitate towards you and press so you can find an opening.
Yeah, so 16 seconds remaining. Knowing the Lakers are probably just going to let the time run out. They don't tend to pressure it towards the end of the games like this. Out there also Ava Girardi, number 20. Not sure if we mentioned her yet in the game. Alexis Hill's got it. 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's going to do it for the third period of the game here. It is a Oswego State Lakers lead, a 4-2 lead over the SUNY Oneonta Red Dragons. And now going into the halftime or the period huddle quick for the 2-minute break before our fourth and final period of the day. Nick, this is what the Lakers wanted. They wanted a 2-point goal advantage going into the fourth. Now they just got to keep maintaining it and try to put it even more out of reach if they can.
And I'm going to talk about the coaching adjustments just a little bit here because we saw this exact thing happen right before going into the next quarter. They got caught in a two-goal lead. The exact same thing happened. The question is, how do you not make the mistake that you just did in that first half?
Yeah, I'm not too sure. It's just you can't make mistakes. The foolish mistakes are what are going to catch you, dropping the ball and stuff like that. But man, I tell you, those two plays for those goals were beautiful. Alexis Hill. That play she made a little while ago, what an unbelievable play. But we got to look at the schedule here for the Oswego State Lakers coming up. They got quite a few tough teams coming up ahead for them, as next week they will be facing Buffalo State, their next game on the 8th. Then they'll face our rivals, the Plattsburgh team. Then they'll have SUNY Potsdam on the 15th. New Paltz on the 18th and Cortland on the 22nd. Cortland, the game you're going to want to watch because Cortland is one of the top teams in the league. But as the SUNY standings go, Buffalo State's still on top of the board. But Lakers going to try to go into this after this game, try to roll in and maybe put them out of the top of the leaderboard.
And let's get into a little history really quick between these two teams from the Lakers and the Oneonta Red Dragons. Last time these two teams played, Oswego wiped the floor with a 17-8 victory. However, if we look more in depth, Oswego are actually having a losing record against these Red Dragons, 17-19 in total history of play. Oswego, if the lead stands, they will bring that to 18-19 and have a chance to tie it later in the season as well, I believe.
Yeah, man, absolutely. A nice. This could be an 18-19 on that history stat. What's going on up next for the Oneonta Red Dragons? I know they got just as busy the schedule as the Lakers here coming up.
Well, the Red Dragons, obviously, they're playing Oswego today. This matchup is very crucial in their SUNYAC standings, but also we got a lot more SUNYAC play coming up for the Red Dragons. They'll have the undefeated New Paltz as of right now. They'll have Canton, who are defeated, 0-3. They have the Buffalo State Bengals, undefeated. The Plattsburgh Cardinals. And all of these games matter more than you could possibly believe, Brady.
Absolutely, yeah. We're going into our fourth period of play. It's a 4-2 lead for the Lakers. Lakers going to have the ball here to start in this fourth period. And we are underway with the final period of the game. As now Alexis Hill is going to have the ball. And taking it down to Lakers scoring zone. As we mentioned, Brady Hauser alongside Nick Stetter. If you're just joining us, it's been a Laker game so far. A 4-2 win, or 4-2 lead. I can't say that yet. 4-2 lead over the SUNY Oneonta Red Dragons. And Aubrey Green now going to have the ball running it in. Oh, and she got it in! It's a goal again! But is it a goal? I don't know. They're maybe calling no goal there. That was Aubrey Green that charged it in and got it in. I think they're going to say it was a goal, and yes, they will. It is a goal. Oswego now with a 5-2 lead here, and this is where Oswego gets really, really good. They start to run the score up, and that's where they put these games way out of reach. Now a 3-point advantage in the fourth, and a nice play there from Aubrey Green. I believe that's her second goal of the game. In fact, it was.
Second goal of the game and fifth goal in 2 games, Brady. She's been absolutely lethal these past 2 matchups, and she could maybe even get that hat trick.
Yeah, absolutely. Still a lot of time. Obviously, we're only 40 seconds into this period, and a hat trick is definitely not out of question here for Aubrey Green, number 15 for the Lakers. Aubrey, the sophomore out of Penn Yan, as we mentioned a little while ago, the 5'3" athlete.
Also, Alexis Hill is up for a hat trick today, too.
Yeah, they both are. So 2 players with an opportunity to make a hat trick here in this one, as now Hill got the ball, and Lakers going to do what they do. Oh, and that's going to be a penalty. Yellow card this time against Angelina Weinart. That's going to be a penalty there. You saw the contact right to the head of Alexis Hill. You can't do that.
And she knew immediately.
She knew right away. As soon as the whistle blew, yeah. As soon as the whistle blew, you cannot do that. This isn't Dallas Cowboys football. You got to do the right thing here, as Jacob Coleman down in front starts laughing because he's a Cowboys fan. And absolutely a call there that's got to be made. Obviously, you can't hit somebody in the head.
And now you're short-handed as the Oneonta Red Dragons. When you're already down by 3, they could score the dagger here potentially.
Yeah, absolutely. A very well opportunity, a great opportunity, as in ice hockey terms, this will be a power play, but obviously there's still quite a few defenders out there for the Oneonta Red Dragons. Dick's going to pass it back to Costello. Costello over to, I believe that is number 20, Girardi over there. Girardi over to Hill. Hill back to Noelle Smith. Crouse is open. She tried. Abigail Dix is now open. They're all trying to make something happen. They have an advantage here with that player being in the penalty box. It doesn't matter. Oh, Hill tried. Oh, she's trying to get it in. Oh, again, another opportunity. No good there for the Lakers, but oh so close.
She tried a behind the back no look.
Yeah,
that second shot.
She tried to over the top of the head. That would have been a Sports Center top 10 play if that would have happened.
Look at the press here.
Yeah, press from Alexis Hill is all over Margot Herring trying to get the ball knocked out. And this is where the Lakers are going to try to do something crafty, pulling the goalie out of the goal post. That's why you can't do that. And they got an opportunity now. Lakers with the ball. They're ahead of the goalie, and they get it. A beautiful written play. Oh, my goodness. Sports Center. Da-na-na, da-na-na. You call that one. Aubrey Green with the hat trick. 3 goals on the game. Unbelievable.
And you usually say commentators curse. Like, if you say it, it won't happen. The hat trick came to reality. What a play by Green. 6 goals in the last 2 games. 2 hat tricks in the last 2 games. She is on fire. And to do this only as a sophomore, the future is bright if you're an Oswego State Laker.
Yeah, and man, oh man, what a game this has been for the Oswego State Lakers. The opportunity flew, and I told you, you'll make that goalie run out into the field. Eventually it was going to catch up to him, and it did there as a fatal mistake there from the Red Dragons. The goalie running out to the center field, you can't do that. But I want to talk about the pressure that Alexis Hill was putting on Margot Herring, forcing that ball out of the stick.
Oh, yeah.
Beautiful written defensive play from
And
Alexis.
they entirely focus and rely on that stamina. Oswego is so much more conditioned than this Red Dragons team, and we've seen it because they've been able to press 2-on-1. They've been able to press 1-on-1 in Oneonta's box. Oneonta's box just seems smaller than Oswego's because of the strong press they've been doing this entire game.
Well, you can call Sports Center up on that play because that was beautiful. There's been a couple plays today that have been very, very good from the Oswego State Lakers side of things. But, yeah, Aubrey Green with 3 now, and I believe a timeout called on the Red Dragons side of things. Now a 6-2 lead. You're Red Dragons coach. What do you tell your team now? Because you got 12 minutes remaining in this game, and you're down by 4.
Lacrosse is a game that can flip in an instant. Okay, we saw this a lot of times. I'm going to go back to the men's game that happened earlier today. Plattsburgh were down that entire game. They always came back tied. This game could be flipped on its head in the span of like 3 minutes. It's only 4 goals in Lacrosse. That could be easily done quickly. So if I'm talking to my Red Dragons as Mackenzie King, don't give up. Do what works best and let that carry you to success coming into the end of this game.
Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a question because they were playing oh so good that first half, and then all of a sudden the Lakers kind of flipped the switch, and here we are, a 6-2 lead now from the Lakers. And all credit going to Aubrey Green, however, with those 3 goals, getting the hat trick. What a beautiful, beautiful play. Well written when Margot Herring ran out of the goal. That's what they needed to do, and they played the pressure and made it happen. And I think that might have been something, Coach, for the Lakers side of things, Brett Howard might have read because they kept running out the field, and I kept telling you, I don't like that. Well, that's why, and it cost them finally. You bring the goalie out like that in the middle of the field, eventually a defender is going to sneak out and try to get that ball back, and that's what Alexis Hill did, and they were able to make a quick play out of it and get a score, as now it's a 4-game lead, and on a Friday with a 70-degree Friday, this is exactly what you want as the Lakers to come out on the weekend heading into Easter with a very, very nice win. And,
It's a great adjustment by Brett Howard to press that keeper.
Yeah, but now if you're the Lakers, you can't make any foolish mistakes, however. Wow, Alexis Hill is just
all over the place.
Like I said, the Tasmanian devil of the team is not afraid to
put it all out there.
Absolutely send it, as people would say, during these games. But it shows there's reasons why. Oh, big hit.
That's a ball to the quad, maybe, I see.
That was a ball right to the leg.
And I'll tell you what, those aren't soft.
No, not at all. I've been hit by one of those once, and it's not a comfortable feeling. Lacrosse ball looks soft. It's definitely not. It is very unforgiving.
You think if you never touched one before, you think it's not that bad.
No, and then you think about I even think about softball. They call it softball.
It's
the
not
ball
soft.
It's not soft at all. I don't know who comes up with these sports and stuff, but I'll stick to my pickleball and be okay and not get hurt. Lacrosse ball to the leg, not a good feeling there. So good to see Zemanek get right back up after that. But that just shows you how strong these Lakers are. And they're always training throughout the week. Obviously, you're an athlete here on campus. So, you know the training facilities here on campus for athletes, state of the art. And these athletes are really allowed to work each and every week to keep their bodies in shape and also have like stamina and whatnot for the games. As Oneonta is serving a penalty right now. Again, Ava Fitzsimmons is in the box for a 2-minute penalty. So another advantage here for the Lakers, as one of the top players for the Red Dragons is sitting out for another minute and a half. So try to write up another play if you can. If you're the Lakers, Vassallo going to pass it back to Costello. Costello going to pass it to Green. Green to Dix. Dix going to try to make something happen. No, she's not. She'll pass it to Vassallo. Vassallo to Costello. Costello back to Green. Hey, if I'm Green, you know what? Screw it. Let's go for 4. Let's try to make a 4 play. Oh, Cassidy Crowe's trying to make a play happen. And no good. And then ref going to call it back. And actually, Crowe's going to run off the field. So that might have been a high stick call because her stick was pretty high up off the ground. Tough to say what happened right there. And yes, indeed, that was what it was. So high stick call for a yellow card there for Cassidy Crowe's. But very good showing from her as well on the defensive side of things and the offensive side of things. She's done very well.
Oneonta really need to get going now. If there's any time to get going, you have the ball. You need to play smart. Keep it with you because you have a 90-second shot clock. You really need to keep it because that penalty is only a minute 4.
Yeah, 11 minutes remaining here in this game. It's a 4-point game. I would like to say the Lakers will put it out of reach. Maybe a couple more points to help with that, to cement that deal. But if you're the Red Dragons, the pressure is on. You got to try to make something happen here. You don't got much time to do it. We got 2 Lakers. Oh, this is a double penalty for Cassidy Crowe. So I believe it looks like there's 2 penalties there on the board. Tough to say. Oh, the Lakers going to steal the ball back? No, they're not. They're going to fight with the Red Dragon offense there. They try to steal it back. As you can see, Mackenzie King starting to get very vocal on the Red Dragon side of things, trying to tell them, come on, we got time. We don't have much time. We got to make something happen here. And this is where the opportunity is. And, it gets stolen by the Lakers.
Amazing defense there.
A very nice play there from the Lakers. It's stolen now down the field.
And
Catherine Nash.
I think we also need to stop the clock due to the scoreboard not counting the time of penalties.
Yeah, it looks like the penalty.
We've been on 54 seconds for about 54 seconds already.
We've also been on a minute 49 for the Lakers side of things for about a minute and 49. So
exactly.
Penalty graphic on the scoreboard not working at the moment. But yeah, no. What a game this has been for the Lakers, and this is just the momentum that they need to keep rolling. Obviously, they're going to be facing some tough teams coming up here. They got to get focused on that Cortland matchup coming up on the 22nd. That's going to be a big game for them. That's the team that you got to beat. Cortland has been so good at lacrosse. They've been so good at everything but pretty much ice hockey, it seems like. I'm sorry, Cortland fans, but it's true. But they've been so good at everything. It's just, if you're the Lakers, you got to keep this momentum rolling and try to keep walking past these teams and eventually work your way back to another SUNY title if you can later on in the season. However, we're back underway. The penalty box goal thing is definitely not working, so I guess they're going to be going
manually
back to old school where you use the stopwatch, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
That's what you're going to have to do here for the remainder of the game, it looks like. As 10 minutes remaining in this game. It's a 6-2 lead for the Lakers over the Oneonta Red Dragons. If you're just joining, Brady Hauser, Nick Stetter alongside me, and it's been a very, very great back-and-forth game until the fourth quarter started. Once that fourth period started, that's when the light switch flicked, and that is when the Lakers came out and started scoring left and right, and now we have a 6-2 opportunity, 6-2 lead going into the late stages of the fourth period, and the Lakers are doing a very, very great job of keeping the ball on their side of the field. Oh, a good pass from Green to Dix, trying to make something happen. But, again, Dix dropping the ball. That's been her big struggle today, is keeping a hold of the ball. She hasn't been able to do that much today. Now Dix has got the ball. Cassidy Crowe is going to run it right in there. A great opportunity for the Lakers. Alexis Hill can throw it in there. Oh, it almost went through. She went way low on that shot. Almost went bowling with that style shot. Trying to get between everybody's legs. Somebody got it deflected in the way, and it was not available to be scored. But, yeah, now you can start feeling the energy picking up on both sides of the field. Obviously, the Lakers have got that 4-point cushion. However, you can start feeling the intensity coming and the aggravation starting to come a little bit out from the Red Dragons here. The Laker faithful fans down in front, they're starting to get hype about this because it's a 6-2 lead with 8 minutes remaining in the game. And Vassallo going to pass it back to Dix here. Dix to Costello. And just the back and forth play continues. Green's got the ball. Costello. Not many of them driving towards the net, though, I noticed. A lot of them are very hesitant when they go towards the net, so maybe they're trying to write some more secret tricks up like they've been. Obviously, they've had a couple plays they've written up very well. Cassidy Croce is going to try to make something happen. She's going to throw it in, and she'll get it! Goal! A nice play there! A 7-2 lead now for the Lakers. This time, Cassidy Croce going to get the score. Coming off that penalty, runs back out of the field, and scores a goal.
And
that's the both worlds right there.
And I was looking at this game, and I was looking beforehand. I said some top stat leaders for the Oswego State Lakers, and all three of them have made it onto the score sheet today. Alexis Hill, Aubrey Green, and finally Cassidy Croce with her 23rd goal on the season. And the more goals you score, the more these Laker faithfuls are believing that their season will remain undefeated.
Yeah, indeed. What a play. Another nice play. Now it's a 7-2 lead here for the Lakers. And they're well on their way to possibly put this into a double digits if they could. It's definitely not out of question here. As face off again here between Dix and I believe Lindsey Towns. Towns standing up fully this time. Maybe they're trying to change their strategy up just a little bit. Dix is in the face off stance. However, Towns is kind of standing up here. And now they've worked to the Lakers' advantage because the Lakers are able to scoop up the ball. Abigail Dix got her own face off throw up in the air. So Abigail Dix having a great game. And like I mentioned, she's a field hockey player during the fall season. So that's why I looked it up. It is a field hockey athlete there. So she's got a lot of experience on this field. She knows how this field is on both sides of the playing game. Obviously, field hockey and this one. A little bit two different sports because you got the sticks on the ground for field hockey, lacrosse up in the air.
Yeah.
But a multi-talented athlete there for Abigail Dix. And we have a timeout here from the Lakers now.
And this has been a great showing for the Lakers. You know, they're having fun. You can see in warm-ups. You can see before the game. They're a team that needs to have fun to succeed, and I feel like all the successful teams have a side of that happiness and enthusiasm into their game. The Oneonta Red Dragons are getting more aggravated, and they're getting more frustrated as the game goes on, and I think that's going to lead to more and more goals for the Oswego State Lakers.
Yeah, indeed. A 7-2 lead with 7 minutes remaining. I think the reason the coach maybe called the timeout, give everybody some water. Calm down. You guys have got a 5-point lead. We're in a great spot here late in the game. Now we just got to make sure we hit all of our dot our T's and cross our I's right. Make sure everything is good for these final 7 minutes. Can't make any mistakes and let Oneonta have some kind of miracle comeback here. So if you're Britt Howard, that's what you're telling your team over there on the Lakers side of the ball. And if you're the Red Dragons side of things, Mackenzie King, I mean, you can't be disappointed with how your team has played today. Obviously, they've been very, very competitive with the Oswego State Lakers. It's just the Oswego State Lakers have a little bit more experience when it comes to making those crafty, sneaky plays.
Of course.
They've been able to make them happen today, and it's just caught the Red Dragons off guard. But you can't, if you're your coach, you can't tell your team that they haven't done a bad job because they've done a very good job out there. It's just a matter of maybe try to get another point on the board to finish this one out.
And they started so strong. They started really intensely, kept it 2-2 at the beginning of the half, and it was a great performance by the Oneonta Red Dragons. We thought this game might be a lot closer than it is than right now. However, it just got taken out of proportion because of how conditioned these Lakers are. You can tell, and they're still pressing as hard as they can. They're still moving like they were moving in the first half. They're electric. It is amazing what these Lakers have done.
Yeah, absolutely. As now we're going to have 7 minutes and 30 seconds remaining here in this one. As it's now, yeah, this game has really been out of reach here in this one. As now Abigail Dix has the ball. She will pass it up to Costello. Costello back to Hill. Hill's got the ball. Now it's Vassallo with another opportunity to score. And a hand got thrown in the air. There was some contact on the back of the head of Vassallo. That you can't do again. As you can see, the mistakes starting to happen here from the Red Dragons side of things, as now a one-on-one opportunity. Oh, Vassallo tried, no good, but a very good shot there from Vassallo, trying to get it in off that one-on-one opportunity from the Red Dragons defense. A good block and a great play there from Margot Herring once again. Now Lakers have the ball. Costello's got it. She'll pass it up to Alexis Hill. Hill trying to go for a hat trick. It's been Aubrey Green that got one. Oh, and it gets stolen from the Red Dragons, and they're going to run it up the field. Lindsay Towers full speed ahead, trying to make something happen late here.
And this is what we saw. This is how we saw them score in the first half. Well, what an amazing play by my player of the match, really, Aubrey Green.
Yeah, she's definitely showing that she's the player of the game today. Alana Ikoviski's got the ball now for the Lakers on the goal side of things. She's obviously the goalie out of the goal post. Not what you want to do, but obviously she's got numbers, so that's not any issue. All right, then down the field we go here with 5 minutes, 55 seconds remaining. It's now Lakers running down the field as it's starting to get into the nighttime hours of the evening. It's 6:30 here at campus as, oh man, Struchter, oh my, Alexis Hill is going full steam ahead as straight on Rob Gronkowski style stiff arm right there as they're running up the field. One thing you'll notice in women's lacrosse, not as high contact as like a men's lacrosse game. Men's lacrosse game, it's basically football with sticks.
Due to less padding, of course,
Yes.
and less protection.
Yes, less safety for sure. Less safety equipment for the women's side of things, but they're still very physical when they get the opportunity to be. And Costello's now going to charge in. She's going to pass it to Aubrey Green, who gets it again. That's number 4 on the day. Oh, my. Aubrey Green, have yourself a game. Goal number 4 of the day here for Aubrey Green in this one. And, man, now it's 8-2 here for the Lakers.
It's getting worse and worse for these Red Dragons out here, but better and better for the Oswego State Lakers as this game's getting closer and closer to being wrapped up. And Aubrey Green, 4 goals now, puts her at 26 on the season, going from 22 at the start of this game. She's been electric. 7 goals in 2 games. I can't wait to see how this streak continues on for the rest of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. Aubrey Green has just been unbelievable today. That post-game celebration, probably post-game meal, maybe they'll go get some Wanzones. I hope that's what they do because I have to deliver that after this. It's definitely going to be oh so good for our Oswego State Lakers. But yeah, a 8-2 lead now with 5 minutes left in the game. Yeah, this has been a fun game. Obviously, it started out kind of slow. It was a 2-2 lead, and Lakers started out slow. They've picked up the pace, and now they got another opportunity here. This is where they've been oh so good off these face-off opportunities. Face-offs is what they've been really good at. If you're Britt Howard, you are smiling ear to ear over on the Lakers side of the ball, or Lakers side of the bench over there. As a 4-4. Or an 8-2 lead, I should say. It was a 4-4 No, it wasn't 4-4. It's been 8-2. I'm starting to lose it now. I'm thinking about the one zone.
Is that pizza getting into your head?
I didn't eat the pizza. You ate the 4 pieces, not me. But now I'm really hungry. Good job. Anyway, it has been a good game here from the Lakers. As now we just maybe run the clock out. That's what you got to do. Just keep the clock rolling. If maybe try to score again. I mean, you don't want to pressure it too much. Don't want to add too much of a score because you got to give it to the Red Dragons. They've been a very, very good competitor today. They've been very physical. They've been very keeping with the Lakers. They've been very on the same side of that. I guess they're like equal here in this matchup. It's just been this last quarter where they pick up the pace. And now we got another one-on-one opportunity here for the Lakers. And it's Cassidy Croce, and she did it again! And another score from Cassidy Croce. And now it's 9-2 here for the Lakers. A 9-2 lead. Oh my, the Lakers are just rolling and rolling and rolling over the Red Dragons right now.
And the top 3-point leaders of the Oswego State Lakers have been the deciding factor for the Oswego State Lakers as Green, Hill, and Croce have been the main scorers today and the strongest attributes for the Lakers. And I also want to highlight Jakovici, who has had a great game, a lot of saves, and the entire defense, really. This has been an all-around great game for the Oswego State Lakers as we have 4 minutes left on this clock.
Yes, indeed. A very, very close matchup at the beginning. Now it's just out of reach, and the Lakers are going to most likely roll on to a win here with 3 minutes remaining in the game. I mean, I have seen craziness happen, but they just keep stealing the ball back and forth. It's Cassidy Croce now with the ball. She's going to run it up the field, down to goaling zone again. She's going to pass it over to Vassallo. Vassallo got the first goal of the game earlier on, as we just keep going back and forth with the ball. I don't know. It's not at this point. Who hasn't scored for the Lakers? Let's give them an opportunity to score at this point. Everybody's kind of got a point up on the board. Noel Smith hasn't gotten up on the board. Maybe we can get Noel Smith a point here.
You get a goal. You get a goal.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. A very shocked how this outcome became. It was like we said, it was 2-2.
And your overtime curse is gone now.
The overtime curse is way out of reach. I definitely curse that. We are not going to be going into overtime. I can promise you that, not with 3 minutes left in the game. 9-2 lead here for the Lakers in the late stages of this one. And yeah, this is definitely the kind of, oh my God, it almost went in again. She almost just did it again for the third time. Cassidy Croce tried. I thought that went in, but no. It would almost put it into a double-digit game here. It would have been 10-2. That would have been crazy here in this late stage of this game. I believe they've scored 6 goals in this game alone, so in this period alone. So very, very impressive showing and final period here for the Lakers. They just got to do this in every period of the game, and they will be putting teams out of reach in numbers that we haven't seen in years in lacrosse. So,
and this shows the absolute training and conditioning that Coach Brett Howard puts the Lakers through, and this is how they can still be so active at the end of the game.
And I noticed, because I'm out doing delivery every night. That's what I do for campus work, right? And I noticed 8, 9 o'clock at night, that's when they're out practicing. They practice later at night. It was a little bit cooler out, also under the lights, but they're always practicing towards nighttime. I don't know if that's something to do with just maybe learning better later at night. I don't know how that works. But that's what I've noticed with this Lakers lacrosse team. They're always practicing late at night, and it works. Whatever they do throughout the week to practice, it works, and it's showing. And they're going to keep continuing on this hot streak. I got a good feeling as they roll into next week at Buffalo State, I believe in Buffalo State. But yeah. But again, you can't keep your heads up if you are the Red Dragons, because you did have a very, very competitive game today. And you still got one more chance here to score as they run down the field. It's Fitzsimmons trying to throw it down the field. Fitzsimmons with the ball. She's kind of been the ringmaster of the team, trying to make something happen. Late stages of this game. We're now into 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining here in the game. And yeah, what a great game for the Lakers. As now we roll into about 1 minute left here in this one. If you're the Red Dragons, try to get at least one goal in. Make it a 9-3 finish. Just make it a little bit more respectable of a finish. As if you're the Red Dragons, just try to finish this out, maybe with a point here in this final minute of the game.
And
I believe it's gonna be Laker ball.
And I like the fact that they're still hustling, they're still playing hard, because they know every moment matters. Every moment is training, no matter what the score is of a game. You get better through experience, and they're getting better, still playing hard through every whistle.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's just something that I believe Brett Howard has written up for her team, is just to keep playing no matter what the circumstances are. Same with Mackenzie King. Keep playing no matter what. We still got 55 seconds left.
And
let's try to score. We got a one-on-one opportunity. Let's try to get one more point on the board and maybe make this more of a respectable finish. As here we go. We are underway, and it's no good. A nice save there from Ikavissi. Ikavissi with a very nice save. Alana Ikavissi has been very, very strong on her end. She's only had 2 that have gotten away from her. And on the other end, it's been a tough showing for Margot Herring, who's had 9 shots get away from her. And the Lakers going to try to maybe make it 10, maybe go to double digits. I don't think they're going to do that, though. Knowing the Lakers, they're a very respectable team. They're not going to – I don't think they're going to try to pressure this here. Maybe just throw the ball around for this final 25 seconds. Call it a game, as that would be the right thing to do if you are the Lakers. Clock going to stop at 20 seconds here. And
It's going to be an Oneonta ball.
Oneonta ball with 20 seconds remaining. However, Lakers are going to roll out to get a win here today in this one as, not much words to say other than strong performance from these Lakers. And obviously we'll recap it here in just a moment as the clock's going to run out here in just a moment. 15 seconds remaining on the board here in this one. We're down to the final 10 seconds now as still playing physical as Abigail Dix and Fitzsimmons as, 5 seconds now remaining. This game is going to be
wrapped
up, and that will do it. Oswego State Lakers victorious in a 9-2 victory over the SUNY Oneonta Red Dragons as they all run out to their goalie and congratulate each other and celebrate in the huddle. A very, very, very good win for the Lakers. A 9-2 victory over the Red Dragons. And hey, Nick, I mean, if you're the Red Dragons, it sucks. Yes, you just lost 9-2, but there's nothing to keep your head down on.
Oh, exactly.
What a strong game.
And they still have a winning record. They're still in playoff contention. They just got to finish strong. You got a couple of games left to still stay in SUNYAC playoff contention and have a chance to go to the chip. You just lost to the reigning SUNYAC champions. It's not something to put your head at. It's not something to scold about. You only let up 9 goals. Not that much in a lacrosse game if you truly think about it, Brady. And I think it's not a horrible showing for the Red Dragons, but could it have been better? Most definitely.
Oh, it definitely could have been better. And but for the Lakers, it is still a 9-2 win. Obviously, on the side of things, we got to talk about players here. Let's talk about Aubrey Green for a second. What a game! 4 points. Green has had 4 goals and number 15, obviously on our team. Just what an absolute dog of a performance towards the end of that game. Able to get the hat trick with making moves that, like I said, were Sports Center top 10 worthy. Just absolute great showing from Aubrey Green.
And I mean, the fact that she has that poise as a sophomore, man, it's so awesome to see someone that young be able to just maneuver through defenses, play through hard, four defenders coming at you all at once. It's great playing. But why don't we take a look outside of this game and around the SUNYAC? Yeah. I mean, we got a lot of games that happened today. Fredonia beating Canton, Buffalo State staying undefeated with a 21-5 win over the Potsdam Bears. Cortland staying undefeated, beating New Paltz, who are now 3-1 on the season, and Morrisville beating Plattsburgh, today 21-14. So where that stands, it puts Oswego at the top of the table, I believe. Buffalo State also up there, 3-0. Oswego being 4-0. Cortland also being 4-0. 3 undefeated teams remain. Which one will put that one in the loss column is the question.
Absolutely. Well, a lot to develop with the SUNYAC conference in the standings. But that's going to do it from us here at Laker Field. What a beautiful day it's been. A 9-2 victory for the SUNY Oswego Lakers over the Red Dragons. From Nick Setter, I'm Brady Hauser. We're going to be signing off from all of us here at WTOP. We wish you all a very happy Easter this weekend for all of you that celebrate that. And, a very happy day for the Oswego State Lakers. We'll see you all back here at our next game later on this week. Have a great rest of your weekend, and thanks for watching us on WTOP 10. Good night, everybody.